that's enough. Hello internet, how's it going? Andre here from Double Down Guitar, and welcome to another video. Today we're going to do a lesson video. It's part 2 of the minor 6th arpeggio video, so if you haven't seen that one, go watch that one first. Grab the PDF on the Discord or send me a message, and yeah, you really should watch that one first. It's this one's not going to make as much sense if you don't. And here's the intro before I forget. And welcome back, internet. How are you doing? I hope you're having a good week. So today's part 2 of the minor 6th arpeggio. I already said that. If you're new here to the channel, I post lesson videos and as well as practice logs. You can see me practicing and working through stuff, making mistakes, all that jazz. So if you're into that kind of stuff, like and subscribe, all that is very much appreciated. If you want to be a real hero, share the video with somebody, maybe a friend who's getting into gypsy jazz. And once again, go watch the first video, video 1, get the PDF with the arpeggios, blah blah blah. So what do I have in mind today? This is today we're gonna do, let me switch to this guy. We're gonna talk about like some basic applications for the minor 6 that we covered last time. So the easiest one is the minor. And once again, don't play it just yet. You just literally play each position here in these backing tracks that are one chord, right? It's easy to be overwhelmed with, like, if you play a song that has a lot of changes, you know, you want to make sure that you know how to play over minor, you know how to play over dominant, you know how to play over major before we start talking about like playing lines that go through the changes and they make sense, and you can hear the changes, right? You're making them. It's a lot easier to isolate, to learn this stuff. Isolate, you know, the little elements, the fundamentals that are so important. So do that. This is a last reminder to do, you know, one chord at a time. And so over minor is very simple because it's, you know, over A minor 6. The idea is you find the root on the E string, you find the root on the A string. You can also find it on the D, right? E and D are like an octave apart like this. So if you're playing any type of like bar chord, you're doing that already. So that should be pretty easy to do. And you play the arpeggio. There's no, that's it. It's A minor 6. We play A minor 6 over it. Done. Next thing is playing over a 2-5-1 or in a major key, or a 2-5-1 in a minor key. And if you don't know what those are, if you don't know the number system, don't worry. I'm going to talk about how to identify these things. So let's say I have a 2-5-1 in G. So that is D minor 7, G7 to C major 7. That is actually this, and this, by the way, is going to work exactly the same if it's just G7, okay, to C major. So you're really looking for the dominant chord, the 7th chord, G7. And regardless if it has the D minor in front of it, this idea is going to work. So what are we going to do? It's a little easier to know what to do when you have the 2 in front of it, which in this case is the D minor, because you play D minor 6. But let's say you just have a dominant, right? This is just G7 to C. The way that you can think about what minor 6 to use, and once again, this is resolving to a C major, because it does change depending on what it's resolving to. So from this G7, you're going to play from the 5th. And if you don't know where the 5th is, you can do this. It's always like that on the guitar. So, example over G7, this is a D, we play D minor 6. And you can see how it works pretty well. Basically what we're doing is we're playing the upper extensions. If you're a music theory nerd like I am, it's all the extensions plus a 9. The A from the D minor 6 is a 9, and the 6th is important because that's the 3rd of the G. But if you don't know, you know, theory and all that stuff, it's no problem. you just play from, like I said, the 5th. What if it's on the A string? You can use the same idea. So let's say it's D7. And what is that? That's A. So you play A minor 6 over a D7. And that's it. And with those, you then resolve to a major. We'll get into the minor in just a second, but let me reopen this. And the major PDF is coming up, so stay tuned for that. Oh, and by the way, I have done like a lick compilation of some of the ones we covered during the practice sessions. So I'm going to be posting that on the Discord too. So
1, 2, 1.
So here it is, D minor 7, G7, C. So over these two bars, I'm just going to think D minor 6. That's it. And then over these two, we think C. And I want to play very simple stuff just so you can hear it.
2, 1, 2, 3, 4.
Oops. So that's what I was doing. D minor 6 and C. Very, very simple to apply. Even though we haven't done the majors yet with the PDF, a really simple way to think about those chords is, so for example, if we're here, it's that C with an A shape. So you can practice going D minor 6 into that C. Cool. So that is applying the minor 6 over a major 2/5. Let's go over the other one. So the next option we have is playing it over the minor 2/5. And once again, it could be just a 5. It could be, so in this case, we're talking D half diminished, G7, C minor. So it's going to change a little bit because D minor 6 is going to clash a little bit with this guy, right? D minor 6 and D half diminished. They're not this, the 5 clashes, there's, the B is going to clash. So there's two notes that they're too close. So it's not going to work. So the strategy is going to change a little bit. And what is the strategy for the minor 2/5? So this chord, if you've been playing, Gypsy jazz for a little bit, or even if you just learned minor swing, chances are you learned to play the minor 6th chord like this, right? The D minor like that. So you probably learned it like this. If you haven't, this is a great voicing for D minor 6. And it's also a B half diminished. So those chords are actually the same. It's just they're inversions of each other. So bringing it back to here, minor 2/5-1 and C. So I have D half diminished, G7, C minor. This D half diminished. If I drop the D note here, it's what I am playing is literally a F minor triad. So over the minor 2/5, we're gonna use, in this case, F minor and then C major. So what I'm saying F minor over this. You can stay on the F minor over this and play C minor. Again, this is the basic application. There's more, but these are the very, very important ones to get under your fingers. So now, and once again, you don't need this chord to be in front of the G7. It could be just G7 to C minor. That's going to be a minor 5/1 instead of a major 5/1, which the chord is C major. Okay, so this one is actually might be even easier there's a couple ways to think about it. if you're a theory guy, theory nerd like I am, you can think of minor 4 over the 5. So that was probably loud, and I'm gonna have to like do something about that in editing. F minor, C minor. Okay? And if you don't know theory, or you want a shortcut or an easy way to think about it, from the dominant, from the root of the dominant chord, you go a whole step back, and that's the minor 6 that you're gonna apply. Do I have a minor 6 one? I think I should have one ready to go. Let's see. Yeah, look at that. C minor, right? Yeah. So you might be used to like one very common, there's more strategies obviously for the minor 2/5. A very common one is to play like diminished stuff, right? This kind of sound. But here, you know, if you're kind of, if you already know that strategy, maybe add on this one in which you're playing the minor 4 over the 5 instead of, what's another one that people do all the time? Harmonic minor, right? This. Instead of that, you can do. I think it's a really pretty sound, right? So you add that to your toolkit. And I think that is it for the basic applications. For the other applications, it's we're basically superimposing harmony. So I would say practice these applications first, right? And look for, if you're looking at the PDF with the shapes, right? Say you're working on the minor 2/5. What you can do, and it's in C, right? So that means the chords are G7, C minor, but we're thinking F minor, C minor. So look, just by playing this, you can already tell that these are like close to each other. So I can do maybe F minor here, and then think of a way to connect that to C minor. Right? They're right next to each other, so you can kind of look for shapes that are close to each other to apply this stuff. If I think that is all I got for you today. I don't want to keep this video very long or make it extra confusing, but if you do have questions, feel free to reach out to me, send me a message or something like that on Discord, or it could be on Facebook. Yeah, just send me a message. And if you enjoyed the video, once again, like, subscribe, all that fun stuff, and I will see you next time.